Hey there, welcome to the Maker Hub. Come on in. Welcome. So you are in the Maker Hub. The Maker Hub is Georgetown's one makerspace that's open to all students, staff, and faculty. We're right here in the first floor of Lowinger Library here at Georgetown. And if you come during our open hours, you're going to find lots of fantastic volunteers here to teach you how to use all of the tools in the space and really turn your ideas into reality. So what you're standing in right now is our welcome area. We've got a custom-built swipe station and registration system that our volunteers use to make sure that everybody who comes in here feels welcomed and empowered to do and learn whatever they want in this space. Let's go take a tour. This is our print station. We've got everything you need to make softcover and hardcover books, and we've got a printing press. Cool thing about this printing press is we've been using our laser cutter, which I'll talk about in a second, to make our own letter sets and graphics for printmaking. So we've been working with one of our maker neighbors, Lauren Emirates, who's a print master, and she has been designing print projects for our students to learn how to combine really modern technologies like our laser cutter with traditional print practices. Over this way, this is our textile station. So we have got a sewing machine, a digital embroidery machine, and a serger, and also a loom, which is lots of fun. And all of our students, when they become volunteers here, the very first project is to make their own apron. So everybody gets acquainted with the sewing station first, and then we start to transition to areas like 3D printing and laser cutting, and we start to realize that all of these making technologies are really closely interrelated. This is our arts and crafts area, which surprisingly enough gets a lot of use, particularly from our entrepreneurial students, because when you need to develop a prototype really quickly, sometimes you don't want to 3D print it, you don't want to laser cut it, you probably want to use clay and Legos, and we have a lot of Legos. We've got popsicle sticks and aluminum foil, everything you need to make really fast prototypes so you can put your idea in somebody's hands and get feedback right away. These are our vinyl cutters and some of our fantastic volunteers here operating our vinyl cutters right now. The vinyl cutters are used to make really cool patterns in sticker type material. These are great for designing interfaces for your product designs. If you want to do text layout on a surface, a vinyl cutter is a great way to go. If you look down here, all of our signage in the space has been done with our vinyl cutter. All the signage on the walls also done with the vinyl cutter. It's also really great for making stickers for laptops and phones, for your dorm room walls and things like that. So a lot of people come in here to use the vinyl cutter, and then they start to make their way into the other areas of the space. Coming this way. This is our laser cutter. This tool probably gets more use than anything else in the space. It's a 60-watt laser cutter, and it can cut up to a half-inch wood, acrylic, leather, silicone, paper, cardboard, mat board, and you can do really, really precise and intricate designs. Really precise laser cutting like this. And more interestingly, you can also do really great three-dimensional design with a laser cutter using software like Make-A-Box. It allows you to design three-dimensional objects like these display screen housings here. You feed in the dimensions and it actually generates boxes. So here's another example of something similar. So while you might come in here thinking you want to 3D print something to do a simple design like this, actually a laser cutter is much more fast and an effective way to do a lot of three-dimensional practical design work. These are our 3D printers. We've got 4 3D printers, 2 MakerBots and 2 Ultimakers. We also have an SLA 3D printer for doing really high-resolution resin-based printing. I should note here that we don't charge for using filament for our 3D printers. Because we really want to make sure that nothing gets in the way of you getting started learning how to make. So this is our electronics area. After you've made an object, sometimes you want to give it a brain, right? So we teach really accessible technologies like Arduino here. An Arduino is a microcontroller. If you see here, it's got these little holes in the top and bottom where you can plug in wires. An Arduino can be programmed from another computer to basically listen to any other electronic device and do stuff with the information that it's getting from them. So for example, you could have inputs like pressure sensors and flex sensors, range finders, light detectors, sound detectors, temperature, accelerometer, all sorts of information that can be fed into this. And your output can be things like lights and sirens. Any device you might want to power can all be controlled from this device. This is the kind of stuff that really made 3D printers possible. These things power drones and the like. So it's a really accessible and really useful technology to learn about. Even if you're not going to be a full-time programmer, you can still learn how to do stuff with these devices. We also have got this here. This is called a Feather Huzzah. It's also an Arduino, but the cool thing about it is it's got Wi-Fi in it. So when we talk about the Internet of Things, this idea that devices can communicate with each other from anywhere in the world, this is what they are talking about. These devices are how you can prototype interactions over the Internet of Things and design new products. And these things cost about $20. And they have built-in rechargeable batteries. And again, they're really simple to learn, and we've got a fantastic team of volunteers ready to teach you how to use all of these tools. And these are our button makers. Our button makers here in the Maker Hub are super popular. We get folks coming from all over campus and the library to make buttons, either for events that they're holding. When we do library events, we come down here and make buttons for them, or just different types of campus groups. Or a lot of students just come in, they take old magazines like old National Geographics and comic books and make their own totally strange and wacky buttons. Lots of fun. This is our Raspberry Pi station. Raspberry Pis are cheap little computers. They kind of look like those Arduinos we were checking out, but they actually are full computers. When you hook them up to a monitor, they run a Linux, which is a free operating system. These cost about $35. So we use them to make all these interesting digital signage screens you see all over the space. They power our music system, our slideshows, and tiny little web servers that we use for different educational purposes. So these little devices here are really one of the reasons that makerspaces have blown up, because technology is getting so cheap and accessible. One of the words we use in this space a lot is democratizing technologies. This idea that technologies are becoming so cheap and so accessible that whole new groups of people are really taking the power of innovation into their own hands. And as a library, we really see it as part of our mission to empower our students and our communities to come from all over the university and use technologies to create new information and create new knowledge and ideas and bring those ideas to life. And this is our Woodshop. We've got lots of tools here in the Woodshop. Really, students come in here for their personal projects. They come in here 2 or 3 times a year. We get somebody coming in here to make a bicycle, for example. So all sorts of tools that you might need for doing quick repairs of different things around your apartment, or playing with wood. We have all those tools here, and a fantastic community of volunteers ready to teach you how to use all of them. So thanks so much for visiting us here in the Maker Hub, and I hope you'll come and see us soon.
Hi, my name is Haitham. I like the Maker Hub because I love 3D printing.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I love the Maker Hub because it's a space where you can make your dreams come true.
I'm Bushra, and I love the Maker Hub because I get to work with cool stuff like the laser printer.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I just really like the Maker Hub because I get to make tons of cool stuff.
Hi, I'm Laura. I love the Maker Hub because I get to make cool things like this almost every day and work with really cool people.
Hi, I'm Simra. I love the Maker Hub because I get to make something new every day and turn my ideas into reality.
Hi, I'm Charmin. I like Maker Hub because I made a lot of artworks and made a lot of friends.